Hello. Hello everyone. Welcome to this live session. One second. I will just check the audio quality. Okay, waiting for the audio quality. Checking. Okay. Okay, I'm just starting the live. Okay. So okay. Okay. This live is for sharing my experiences related to online learning. Okay. So I already published a blog post. Actually, I thought of publishing an ebook and selling it in Amazon and other things, but I dropped that plan. Instead, I just published those things on my blog. Okay, so I provided the link to that blog post. You can go through it. Okay, so if you have any questions related to that, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can ask any other general questions also. Mostly what I'm planning for this live session is just sharing my online experiences, and then if anyone is interested to sell his product or services online, I can give suggestions how to do that. I have good experience related to search engine optimization, SEO, and social media marketing, other things. But I'm not an expert. I just explored all the various things. Okay, so I can just share my experiences. I cannot give some expert advice something, but I can give some guidance. Okay, that's the plan for this live session. Okay, now let me check whether any question is there. So as of now, no other questions. I will go forward with it. Okay, so I'm getting error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffer. So okay, so Joshua Roshan is saying that yes, can hear clearly. Okay, so there is no audio problem, but in the YouTube live dashboard is saying error related to video. Okay, so I will just continue here, and if there are any major problems, I will stop here. Okay, so if you are planning to do any kind of online business, first of all, we need to have a website, right? So the website creation of website is very easy these days. We can create a website in few minutes, right? But just having website is not enough. Millions of websites are there. So if you are, say for example, if you are selling some kind of camera, so we can get millions of websites related to that camera product, right? So we need to do the proper planning before creating the website. Okay, so that means it's basically judging our or measuring our strength. Okay, so if you're a very beginner, it is very difficult to compete with already established giants, right? So we have to enter into a very narrow niche market. Okay, so maybe camera for any specific purpose. Okay, or specific location, or any specific kind of price range, maybe very lower price, or any kind of brand or something. Okay, maybe you can start with some affiliate for any big brands. Okay, so that is the first thing. Okay, so if anyone is asking any specific question related to their product, I can explain it in detail. Okay, so that is the first thing. We have to create a website quality website. Okay. Next thing is it should be search engine friendly. Okay. So these days it is very difficult to get search traffic, but the reason for making it SEO friendly is we have to run advertisements like Google Ads. Okay. But if the performance of the Google Ads is mainly depending on the SEO of the landing page. So even if your site is not having enough strength to appear on the search results, it is very important to create it SEO friendly. Then only we can run the advertisements with minimum price. Otherwise the cost will be very huge, so the profit margin will be reduced. So that is the one thing. Okay. And apart from that, we have to create a lot of social media presence. Okay, like Twitter. So it's purely based on your kind of product. Okay. That's the thing I understand from my experiences. Okay. So if you go through the blog post, you will get more clear picture. Okay. And running advertisements is very important. Actually, from my personal experience, I missed that part. I created a team. I put a lot of efforts to hire the software developers and train them. But I missed to do the proper advertisement for our products like timesheet. Actually, we create that time. That's a very good product. The competing products price very high. Okay, our product price is very low that time. Easily I can do some kind of advertisement and sell a lot of copies, but I missed to do that. That's a major mistake I did. So if you are starting any kind of new business, and if you are having good product and created the website and a related blog post, video, other demo, all the things, once you set up the basic things and some kind of preparation for doing customer support, you can then you can start thinking about doing paid promotions like Google Ads, any kind of ads. But personally, I prefer Google Ads. I tried a lot of things, LinkedIn, including LinkedIn ads, Reddit ads, Facebook ads, for ebooks, Amazon ads, like a lot of things I tried. In some cases the conversion will be low, in some cases the price will be high. Otherwise we will be facing a lot of difficulties in terms of approval, other things. Okay. But Google Ads is having a lot of benefits. The cost is very low, but not in the initial stage. Initially you will be seeing the higher cost, but once you are running the advertisement continuously and you fine tune the ads and the keywords, everything, then definitely the cost will be coming down. So, and other than that, we need to create our products with best quality. Best quality means it need not be perfect. Creating perfect product is not possible, but it should address the very basic needs of the customers, and whatever you mention in the landing page, it should satisfy those things. You should not promise any kind of unachievable things. Okay. You have to collect the customer feedback, and you can improve the product. Actually I did that for my timesheet product like that only. Okay, but as I said, I missed to advertise it. So this once I realized that mistake, everything got changed. These days mostly people are preferring cloud based thing. I don't have enough time and resources to implement that kind of stuff right now. Okay, so we had to implement immediately, so we shouldn't wait for a long time. Okay, so we have to create the product with minimum quality, and we have to start promoting it on social media and other stuff. Once the basic things are going on smoothly, we have to immediately start advertising, doing paid advertisements like Google Ads. Okay, so that's the thing I can say before getting any questions. If there are any specific questions, I can answer for that. Okay, and other than that, maybe I can give more details once I start getting questions. So before that, I will just share my personal experiences. I already specified it on the blog post. Again, for the time being, before getting questions, I will again repeating the same thing. Okay, so basically I started my career as a software developer. Okay, I worked on software development and testing, test automation scripts. Okay, for many years. And I started my own IT company in the year 2008. Okay, and initially I started getting projects through freelance websites. That time the Rendercoder website was famous. I used that website, and initially getting the first project is very difficult. We have to do a lot of work to get the project. We have to do a lot of bits, and we need to prepare a lot of things. Okay, so it's not easy because no one is going to trust the beginner. Okay, so what I did is I used to go through the relevant things, and I prepared the answers or questions. Like what I'm trying to say is I just involved in that project. Okay, even before getting the project, I go through all the requirements, and I will prepare the questions and my plans. So that kind of work I did previously, but interestingly I got very different thing as my first project, but I just completed it. Okay, and then I realized that my skill set is not having demand, or it's not appropriate for the freelance kind of work. I had a good experience in software test automation, but as I said, no one is going to believe any beginner, right? So I didn't get otherwise I faced difficulties for getting that kind of projects. So I just changed my skill set according to the demand. That time in the year 2008-9, that time period, PHP projects were having huge demand. So I started studying PHP scripts. Since I had software development experiences, it was easy for me to learn PHP, and I started taking new PHP projects. Okay, I completed a lot of projects, and I started hiring team members for supporting me to do the projects. I started an office in 2 places. Okay, and everything is going smoothly, but the problem is as a freelancer we used to get very that profit margin will be very less because of the competition. We have to quote very minimum amount for any project. The project will be taking more time, and as the each and every projects will be completely different, we have to spend a lot of effort. We have to install supporting softwares, other setups, everything will be different, and we have to the delivery things, everything will be different. Okay, even the employee's skill set may not be matching with the project. Sometimes even team members may not be properly understanding the domain knowledge. They may be lagging the domain knowledge, because each and every project will be having different background, right? So we face that kind of difficulties. Okay, so basically getting freelance project initially is very difficult, but once we start getting projects and delivering it properly and getting good ratings and reviews, means surely we will be getting more projects. That is very easy later on. Okay, once we start getting projects, we will and doing it properly and delivering it at correct time with good ratings, definitely we will be getting more projects easily. But again, we may be getting a lot of projects, but the pricing will be very low only. Okay, because of the competition, will be getting very minimum profit only. And another thing is that freelance websites will be taking their own share as a fees, right? So for doing any kind of new business online, that is a very easy way. Okay, but it may not be good for a long time. But what will be happening is, like because of the contacts with the customers, we can do the projects, further projects directly, without depending on the freelance sites. So that is what happened for me. I started getting a lot of emails from our customers to my email ID for any new projects. So so that process is simple. But again, the problem of getting domain knowledge and related stuff for each and every project is different. That fact is still a problem. Okay, so for that for solving that problem, I thought of creating our own product. Actually, I didn't think that way. Actually, it happened. For managing our projects and employees, we were looking for timesheet application, and we couldn't find a good timesheet, free timesheet, and the pricing is high. So we thought of creating our own timesheet, and we started using it. It was going smoothly. So after seeing those things, I started thinking about why we can easily sell this timesheet, because there was a huge demand for timesheet software at that time. So I started selling timesheet. I just set up a landing page and PayPal buy now button, I put it there. So that helped me to focus on particular domain only. So I need not learn a lot of domains, right? So I can just sell the timesheet, and the customers will be asking changes for the timesheet, and or they will be asking to create new timesheet. Okay, based on their own requirements. So that kind of business model is very good thing. But as I said, I missed to promote that. So using paid advertisements, I just purely dependent on like free social media and SEO traffic only. So that took a lot of efforts. Okay, that was the major mistake I did that period. So if you are planning to do any kind of online business, so don't hesitate to spend for paid advertisements. Okay, that is a major lesson I learned from that. Okay, but you have to do it only after creating your product with minimum functionality, and with improving it with the customer feedbacks, and basically the pricing should be like market price. Okay, and you should be able to support the product, and scaling, you should be prepared for doing scaling. Okay, that is the thing. If that things are you are meeting those basic things, you surely have to do the paid advertisements using Google Ads. Okay, so if you are not doing that, means everything will be collapsed, right? As I said, the demand will be getting changed at a later time, and the product may not be relevant in the coming days. Okay, so but once you started getting customers, other things, definitely we can update that thing. Okay, but without customers, without feedback, we are just updating the product, means it's not going, it won't be happening, right? We may not be interested in doing that. So just to create a product with minimum quality, and basically it should solve someone's problem. That is a very major thing for any kind of business, right? And then do the proper landing page creation with the proper SEO, other stuff, social media support and customer support stuff, and then do the social media promotion or like paid ads. Okay, and regarding paid ads, if anyone is interested in that, if you have any specific question, I will be explaining it in detail. Okay, otherwise I will be just continuing with my experiences. And okay, so as I said, we have to do the proper paid advertisements for that, right? So that's the thing. Next, later on, as I explained in the blog post, I moved to creating YouTube videos. Okay, even if the timesheet product is having huge demand, and we had a lot of products like SEO tools, other stuff, as I said, I missed to promote it using paid ads. So that sales is not as expected, so I had to reduce the price, and the profit margin is less, so it is difficult to retain the employees, right? So it's a cyclic problem. So I was exhausted in doing that, so I stopped that thing completely, and I moved to other things like blog posting and ebook sales. As I had good experience in software testing and test tool automation, QTP automation, I just sold the ebooks through my website and through Amazon, and that time it was CreateSpace. Okay, so I did those kind of stuff, and then I tried various other things also, like selling websites, creating new websites and selling websites, that system. But each and everything is having its own shortcomings. But finally I found that YouTube creation of YouTube videos is very easy, and it's very flexible, so I can create the videos at any time, and there is no need for any team to support me. So obviously I found it very comfortable, and right now I am focusing on that thing. Okay, but again, here also I uploaded a lot of videos, but I lagged, I lacked the promotion. Okay, so recently I started Google ads, paid ads. I think after running the ads, that performance is bit improving. Okay, so I already created more than 3,500 videos in this channel, but this business is also having a lot of risks. For example, a few years back, YouTube disabled the monetization for my video, for my channel, basically. So all the videos were not showing advertisements, so I am not earning anything. So to solve that problem, recently I was looking for YouTube alternatives, and I explored various websites and various platforms. Like finally, I found that the Odyssey is um, a better alternative. Okay, so I just synced the my YouTube channel with Odyssey. Okay, so whenever I upload new videos on my YouTube channel, that video will be automatically posted to my Odyssey channel. So but I haven't got any payment from there, but based on my analysis, I think it's a good alternative. It is based on blockchain technology, Web 3.0, right? So it's the future of the technology. So they're saying that they won't do any kind of demonetizational thing. So currently they are paying in their own currency, cryptocurrency, LBRY credit, that is LBC. But they are having plans for enabling membership ads, things. They are actively developing they are also exploring a lot of business models, but since they are very active, I hope they will be doing some great things. Okay, but as of now, it's having a lot of shortcomings, like that apps, Android apps, based on my experience, is not that much smooth, and it's not having a subtitle, that CC caption option. So I don't know whether they are going to do that, and because that kind of stuff need a lot of resources, like YouTube is having a lot of data servers and computing power. I don't know whether any newcomer can do the things, but if they are planning properly, and if they run the platform with very little resources properly, I mean, if they are able to manage it properly by restricting some spammers and other stuff, definitely they will be making a difference, and I can use it as a backup system. Right now I'm just singing the my YouTube channel videos, but if everything is going smoothly, in the future I will be putting exclusive videos for Odyssey also, because I want to have some solid alternative for my YouTube channel, because as a full-time job I'm doing it like running the YouTube channel. Okay, I stopped doing web development, website flipping, freelance jobs, things. So apart from that, I'm exploring other options, but I don't know whether it's the right time to explore things. But I just have a very basic plans, like I'm planning to create some web, not only web, some kind of platform for connecting scientists and business people. So right now I'm using the YouTube channel for that purpose, but it's a very minimum scale, right? So I'm planning to do it properly, because when preparing news for the YouTube channel, I used to notice that the science world is moving very fast. I could see a lot of innovations that we cannot imagine right now. Okay, so but practically in the lab they proved it, but right now it cannot reach the market, but at least they tried it on the labs. That kind of innovations are very useful for the people, but it is not reaching the end users, not reaching the people, because the business people are not adopting those kind of scientific advancements. Instead, what really happening right now is, if one business is very successful on any kind of product or any kind of technology, means mostly all the other people are trying to do the same thing. So it is not useful for the end users, right? Even it is not good for the business people also, because everyone is not going to succeed, right? Only few people can succeed it, because the audience is limited, right? But instead of doing that, if they are ready to explore the new scientific innovations, it will be useful for everyone, right? So it will be useful for them, because they can do the same kind of service or product with minimum cost with the latest new technologies, and the end user also will be getting benefit. The price will be reduced, they will be getting more comfortable or convenience, and the scientific world also will be happy because their researches are getting used by people, right? So they will be getting benefits. So obviously so connecting the need for connecting the science world and business world is there. So I'm just trying to address those things because as I said, I first many years I explored various things. So for example, if we take the website flipping business, if I'm listing one kind of website, means I could see the similar kind of website, multiple websites actually. So if one website is selling for a huge amount, means the next day itself we can see listing up a lot of similar kind of websites, right? So the competition is very high. So for example, it is there everywhere, right? Everyone doing any kind of business will be understanding that, but in case of any new technology, the competition is very less. So for example, even in the case of YouTube channel, we can find millions of cooking channels, vlogs, gaming, unboxing reviews, gadget reviews, that kind of stuff. There a lot of things are there. So if anyone is going to start a similar channel, it is very difficult to succeed, right? First of all, YouTube recommendation engine may not pick up that new video, right? Because it has to pick up videos from big channels, right? They will be uploading new videos, a lot of people will be watching it and they will be sharing it. So obviously the algorithms will be taking that trending videos only. So to address that, I mean to avoid that competition, if we create videos in the emerging technologies, as I am doing right now, I am doing news videos for giving latest science and technologies news, especially emerging technology news. Okay, based on my understanding, I don't have any competition. Okay, but getting views is very difficult. That is different things. But once the technology is getting more exposure, obviously my videos will be getting more views, right? For example, I uploaded many videos related to graphene, right? So graphene is known to very few people only, right? It's a very niche topic, but once the product or the material is getting used in various industries, it will be very popular immediately. Okay, so that time my videos will be getting more views. Already I started seeing that difference, because graphene is already getting used in some kind of markets, like the concrete, they used graphene, and some kind of real-time applications are coming for graphene. Okay, and once the industry level manufacturing of graphene is established, we can see a lot of graphene related everyday real-time applications. Okay, similarly a lot of stuff I can say like that. Whenever I see the YouTube analytics, I used to realize this factor. Suddenly one old video will be getting more views. So if I do some analysis, I will be coming to know that that technology is getting implemented in somewhere. Not only implementation, even if someone is talking about that topic, means it will be getting more exposure. Okay, what I'm trying to say is doing any kind of business in emerging technology, it is very easy to survive, or easy to survive. If we are surviving there for a long time, definitely we will be succeeding there. That is the key thing. But if you are doing any kind of old technology, means competition will be there. Even if we are somehow managed to succeed there, the success may not be lasting for a long time, because the technologies will be getting changed, that outdated technology will be replaced by some kind of new technology. Whoever leader in that new technology, they will be succeeding. Okay, so we will be like outdated, right? So that is the thing related to emerging technologies. So if you are planning to do any kind of new business, just try to do with the emerging technologies. But the risk of doing business with emerging technologies is we cannot expect all the new technologies getting exposure. Okay, some technologies will be like will be failed, right? So we cannot expect everything to be successful, but it's not a big issue. So once we are getting some kind of exposure or experience with any new technology, means mostly the similar technologies will be coming up in the next, so you can easily pick up those things. Okay, okay, so that is what I learned from that my YouTube channel experience. Okay, so so ultimately my understanding is if we are planning to do some kind of online business, that website or generally the online presence is very important. Okay, and we have to do some kind of paid promotion to tackle the competition. Okay, that is another thing. And we have to focus on the emerging technologies. So, okay, but there is no harm in doing the old kind of business, but we have to explore the if there are any latest innovations related to that kind of technology, we have to explore them. Okay, so as I said, we cannot expect all the new technologies to be successful. Okay, but we have to be aware of those things. Okay, that's what my understanding. Right now no other questions are there, so I will just continue my thoughts. Okay, and okay, so till now I talked about my freelancing experience and my YouTube channel stuff, and okay, now I will be talking in detail about doing promotion. Okay, how to promote any product or service. Say for example, you're selling for example, we can take the same example like my real-time example, timesheet software, right? So I was selling timesheet software. So if you're similarly if you're developing timesheet and you tested everything properly, so the first step is we have to list the product, right? So there are many options are there. Okay, so a lot of software selling websites are there, you can list there, but my preference is we have to put it in on our own website, because initially the third-party websites or services will be more attractive, but later on we'll be facing a lot of problems. Maybe it can be huge commission, or delivery problems. A lot of things are there. Okay, my preference is we have to keep everything with our control. We have to put it on our own website, everything, but we have to promote it in that things. Okay, there is no harm in promoting the stuff. Okay, but 100% depending on a third-party site is not a good thing. Okay, so if you have a good product, if you have developed timesheet and you test it thoroughly, just list it on your website. And as I said, you have to make sure that your web page, landing page is very simple and without any disturbances, because It's very important. You have to, in the future you will be putting a lot of efforts to bring traffic to your landing site, and if you have some links, outbound links, means it all our efforts will be lost, right? So it is better to keep it very simple, and you have to give the product details, and if there are any demos, you can give the demo links, and then buy now button. Okay. And another thing is, actually I missed that part also initially, lead capturing. Okay, so you have to do the lead capturing properly, because no one is going to buy the product at the first time. Okay, that too from any new person. Okay, so they will be doing it on Amazon, but they won't be doing it on any individual person's website, right? Because the basic fact is the internet is having a lot of fake things. Okay, so if they are buying it from unknown thing, they will be afraid that they will be losing their money. That is one thing, but major problem is if they are using their credit card numbers or something, the third party will be misusing it. That kind of fear will be there. Okay, so we have to understand it properly. So as a beginner, you should not get the card details, other things. Better you have to use the third party payment things like PayPal, that kind of stuff. Okay, they will be taking care of other things, and they will be giving the providing the trust also. Okay, so if you have a good product, and if you set up all the demo, and you have a good customer support and good ratings, everything is there. But if you are providing your own payment processing, means all your efforts will be lost, right? So better provide some kind of third party thing. Maybe you can provide your own thing, there is no problem on it, but additionally you have to provide some kind of third party payment, trusted or popular payment gateways, right? And based on my understanding, if, in the example of timesheet, the main revenue will be coming from the further customization work only. Okay, so as a lead capture thing, maybe we can sell many number of scripts by keeping the price low, and then we can get the benefits by doing customization. Okay, yeah, that is one kind of lead capture. As I said, no one is going to buy it on the first visit, so we have to provide another kind of simple lead capture also. Like we can provide some kind of free download, like it can be any ebook or simple version of the trial version of the software or something, for getting the their email ID and their consent to get the newsletter or something. Okay, so it is very important. If you are missing to do that lead capturing step, means all your efforts will be getting wasted. Okay, so that kind of lessons I learned after some time only. But if you are going to do the any kind of new business, you can implement all these things from starting itself, so that it will be helping you to save a lot of money and time. Okay, so as I said, that website landing page is very important, and payment for the trust reason, you have to provide some kind of famous third party payment thing, and we have to implement the lead capture kind of stuff. Like we can get the email ID for delivering free downloads. Maybe it can be ebook. Say for example, timesheet means how to effectively manage the employees and projects, that kind of stuff. It should be very useful, then only they will be giving your email ID, right? So you can give some kind of first 2-3 chapters, and then if they want to get the full ebook, they have to give the email ID. Like that you can set up on the landing page. Okay, another thing is demo. So for any kind of software, you have to provide the real-time demo, but providing real-time demo is having a lot of challenges. I faced those things. Okay, a lot of people will be changing the data completely, and they will be trying to hack something, and a lot of things are there. Okay, and for handling those things, there are many different ways are there. You have to explore them. So you have to provide the live demo, and you have to keep the good environment. You have to put some restrictions or limitations for the demo. You need not give the entire application as a demo. Okay. Because that kind of problems I faced. Yeah, huge companies started using our demo as their real-time for their real-time use. I used to get a lot of mails for approving the timesheet, reversing the making some corrections. Lot of requests I used to get. So it's a very headache problem. Okay, so you have to limit the demo. Okay, maybe time limit or a number of users limit. So that's purely based on your convenience. Okay, but you have to give the demo, but you have to restrict it in some way. That is what I can say regarding demo. But there should be some demo, maybe real-time demo and video demo or some kind of screenshot, because everyone will be having their own convenience. So better we have to provide it in all the different modes. Okay. And getting user feedback, for that purpose it is better to have some third-party listing also, because if we mention the customer feedback on our own website, no one is going to believe it, right? Though there is no need to believe it if they are reading it from our website, right? We can put anything there. Okay, so for that purpose it is better to list the product on some third-party sites. Say for example, if you are selling ebook, mostly you have to put your focus on your website sales only, because you will be getting more profit without any commission, right? But it is better to list it on Amazon kind of third-party sites also, for the purpose of reviews. Okay, so if your book is good, mostly people will be giving some good reviews. You can refer that review. Maybe what you can do is, actually I did like that only for my software testing ebook. I listed the ebook on my website. Okay, I put the link for the printed book on Amazon, because I don't have printed books, right? So but the reviews, Amazon will be showing the reviews as a common for Kindle version as well as for printed version. Okay, so basically we have to have full control for any kind of product, but we have to use the third parties for our benefits. That is the basic thing I learned. Okay. And regarding as I said, lead capture, we have to do the follow-up also. Just capturing leads is not enough. It is a first step, but just keeping them is not enough. So for example, if you have collected some 100 email IDs related to your product, means from your landing page. I'm just talking about the landing page. Okay, so you have to send them some updates. Maybe you can send them some new ebooks, or maybe product updates, maybe something useful for them, otherwise they will be unsubscribed, right? So that should be some usefulness for them, as well as it should be used for marketing purpose also. Okay. But I don't know whether email marketings will be useful. Based on my experience, it's not that much useful, but as I said, we can have some engagement with the potential customers. For that purpose we can use. Okay, but most of the sales will be coming from search engine traffic only. It is very key thing for doing any kind of online business. Actually, I understand that from various perspectives. So I would say that one thing we are very particular about is we have to be very otherwise we have to put lot of efforts to bring traffic from search engines. It is number one traffic source. Okay, the main reason is if you are sharing your link to the social media and promoting it on social media like Facebook, other stuff, means the people will be reading some kind of stories, or they may be reading their friends post, other thing. That time you are going to show your product link. Okay, so for some interest or some automatically they will be clicking that, but they may not be buying it. They need not buy that, right? They don't need that product. If they are needing, means they will be doing search. Okay, they may not be checking their social media post that time. So you are showing your product link when they are not needing that product. Okay, so the conversion will be very, very less. Okay, it's a very poor conversion. They may not be showing interest, even if for any reason if they are buying, they will be complaining it. Okay, and they won't be doing any kind of further business with you. But if the traffic is coming from search engines, means they are actively searching for that product and they reach the landing page, right? So mostly the conversion will be good. Even if they are not buying that time, definitely they will be giving their email ID for getting the further updates. They will be checking your demo and they will be asking questions. Okay, so definitely you will be getting some kind of new business. Even you will getting some kind of new business ideas because they will be asking new kind of features. So if you have time, you can implement that features and add it as a next version of the product, and it will attract more people. So basically you can study the customers, okay, who are related to your product. So search engine traffic is very important because it will first of all it will convert well. Okay, so the Google Ads, paid ads, search ads is mostly similar to search engine traffic. Okay, only thing is it's a paid ad. Okay, so that's the reason, and that is why I'm recommending Google Ads. Google Ads is having display parts also similar to social media ads. It can just show the ads wherever it can show, right? So I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about purely based on the keyword based traffic. Okay, search traffic. So we have to very careful about setting the ad campaigns. Okay, we have to put relevant keywords, and that keywords should be relevant to landing page, and the geography, that audience, target audience should be matching with the product interest basically. Okay, that is important thing. And as I said, just I will remind everything. Like the first thing is we have to have a proper landing page with speed loading. It should be not only speed, it should be loading properly on mobile devices and tablets, and as well as the desktop, maybe in different browsers. Okay, that is first step. And it should be SEO friendly. SEO friendly means it's a huge topic. Maybe I will be talking later on, but the basic thing is whenever the search engine should be able to index them, and the search rank should be high for the target keywords. Okay, I will be talking about in detail once I complete this topic. Okay, so basically we have to create a landing page properly with proper responsive design, and with proper loading speed, and with proper SEO friendliness. Okay, as well as shareability also. We have to create some share buttons things. Okay, and next thing is we have to put the demo links, demo screenshots, demo video, or real-time customer support chat apps. Okay, and another thing is we have to provide the third-party trusted payment processing. Okay, and contact details also. If for some reason if they are not able to buy using the buy now button, they have to contact through email ID or contact numbers. Okay, and regarding the payment, that is also a very lot of scenarios are there. Maybe we can talk later, because some payment processes will be supported in some countries. For example, in PayPal, in India we cannot use the Indian PayPal for buying from Indian merchants. Okay, that kind of restrictions are there. So we have to study about those things. And okay, one thing, Rank Lion is asking, sir, why are you still making videos about Google Doodles? Okay, it's a very good question. So completely relevant to this topic. As I said, just before I was talking about the search traffic, right? So Google Doodles actually I started this channel mostly, if you go through my old videos, you can easily understand that most of videos are Google Doodles. Okay, that's how I started this channel. So as I specified on the blog post, in the year 2009, when I started this channel, I used this channel for the purpose of embedding videos on my blog post. So if I'm writing any blog post and if I have to explain something with the help of video, I used for that purpose, I used that channel. Okay, so that time I just noticed Google Doodle, I think in the year 2008 or 9, I don't remember, for Newton's birthday, Google Doodle put the animated doodle. So for showing that, I just used this channel. I put video here and embedded it on my blog post. Okay, and I just noticed that that video got a lot of traffic, because that keyword on the title of the video is exactly matching with the search keyword, because whenever you click the Google Doodle, it will automatically search the Google for that keyword, right? So started getting a lot of traffic related to that keyword. So mostly people will be interested in that thing, right? So a lot of people will be seeing the doodle. Only people who are interested on that topic will be only will be clicking that. Okay, so obviously we will be getting a lot of somehow related, not a completely related, but some people interested on that. So mostly they will be watching that video, most part of the video. They may not be just closing the video in the first few seconds. Okay, but it will be happening when we get the traffic from social media sites. Okay, so whenever people are coming from Google search, they will be mostly watching most part of the video. The watch time will be good. Once the watch time is good, means the channel rank will be increased. So I used to notice a solid difference whenever Google is putting the doodle, and most people will be coming to my video, and my other videos also will be doing good. Okay, as I said, I just started this channel for that purpose only. Most part of the videos will be doodle, but later on I started thinking about why I have to stick on this doodle, because that is not going to give more value to the audience, right? It's not a sustainable business model. It's not at all a business model, right? Google Doodle may not be showing in sometime, and my videos may not be coming to the first page. Lot of risks are there, so it's not a business model. So it's not going to give much value to the users also. So I thought of putting emerging technology news video. That's how I transformed it. Okay, but still the need for still putting doodle videos is that actually I earn from that videos only. Okay, though I have created a lot of science and technology news videos, the views are very less and the RPM is less for those videos. Less means comparing to the Google Doodles. Okay, as I said, the search traffic traffic is worth, so people will be doing more advertisements. The advertisers will competing for getting place on that video, so that advertisement rates will be high. So we used to call this RPM, right? So that RPM will be high, so obviously I will be earning money from that doodle videos only. So right now, though I created a lot of science and technology videos, I am not earning from those videos. Major part of my earnings is coming from doodle videos only. So I'm just still continuing those things, but once I get a lot of science and technology news audience, means definitely I will be reducing those things. Actually I started reducing doodle videos. Previously I used to create doodle videos for almost all the doodles, okay, except some Independence Day for that any specific countries. Other than that, I used to create a lot of doodle videos, but slowly I narrowed down to mostly relevant videos, maybe any science and technology inventors, that kind of videos. But still, based on the reach and the keyword strength, I do some analysis, and if it is relevant, I will be uploading videos related to doodle. But I just trying to reduce those things and changing my focus to emerging technologies. But as of now, the audience, if you notice my videos, you can easily find out the pattern. The doodles videos will be getting more views, and the science and technology news videos will be getting less views. That is one factor. As I said, even if some news videos are having a lot of views, the earnings will be less comparing to the doodle videos, because doodle videos will be, the RPM is high. So this is the very key thing related to SEO, that stuff also. So if anyone is going to promote their products online, they need to understand this key difference. Getting traffic from search engine is very valuable than any other source. Okay, so greatly answered. Okay, thanks. So that is the reason, and okay, I will be continuing about emerging technologies maybe in the next part. Actually, I talked about my freelance experience. I talked about how to start selling any digital product online, and then now I will be talking about the emerging technologies. Actually, I thought of talking it in many times, but I couldn't continue it. In this video, I will be trying to give more focus on that topic, because as I said, if you are planning to do any kind of new business, mostly it should be on emerging technologies, right? So I will be just talking about the emerging technologies. What are the opportunities are there? As I said, I'm just talking from everything from these things theoretically, based on my video uploading perspectives. But whatever I already talked, they are from my real-time experience. From my freelancing work, from my channel running experience, from my ebook sales, other stuffs. Okay, so basically that are all from my personal experience. But regarding emerging technologies, whatever I'm trying to tell now, it's purely based on my theoretical understanding, based on my news collection experience. Okay, okay, So I'm just seeing three important things. Okay, one is very niche, like graphene. Okay, as of now it's a very small industry, but it is having huge potential once everything is going smoothly. Okay, it may be a game changer. Okay, but as of now it is a very niche thing. Okay, and other two mainstream thing is machine learning, that artificial intelligence. Okay, and blockchain. Okay, I'm just seeing a lot of news items from major universities and major companies. Okay, uh, especially that artificial intelligence already started getting implemented in many things. Actually, I personally witnessed the power of AI. Okay, previously, many years ago, whenever I create any new video, it will be taking a lot of time for me to create the subtitles, because most of the people will be watching my videos by going to the subtitles only, because my accent will be not convenient for many people, and even the same accent people may not be feeling comfortable hearing the talk. Okay, so obviously most of my videos are depending on the subtitles, so I used to spend a lot of time for creating subtitles. I used to time code all. First of all, I used to prepare the subtitles and time code manually for each step. Okay, so it's a very tedious process. Okay, uh, but later on, because of the artificial intelligence, I could do it easily. Okay, but not completely easily, but somehow it helped me. For example, I used to upload the speech text, and YouTube will automatically time code it. Okay, but it will be having a lot of mistakes or some kind of issues. So I used to manually check everything and correct them. So maybe some gaps will be there. Sometimes it won't be doing it properly. Okay, I have to again manually do it. Okay, but somehow it helped me. It happened for many years, but as of now, I don't need to do anything. Everything will be done automatically. So I have to just give the transcript, and YouTube will automatically create the subtitle. Okay, and apart from that, it used to automatically create the times that subtitle. Okay, my accent is completely different, and the other people accent will be different, but it started understanding my accent and creating subtitles. Okay, but as of now, I don't use that automatically created thing, but still it's almost 95% it's able to create the correct things. Okay, so AI is changing the life completely. Now it's completely affecting the other industries also. For example, I used to see a lot of that transcoding kind of freelancing works, and many companies were there that time. But now there is no need for doing that kind of job, right? So if that kind of people were not upgrading, if they miss to upgrade their skills, definitely they will be losing job this time, right? That is the key thing I'm just repeatedly thinking or telling every time. Okay, uh, so we have to be aware of the emerging technologies, otherwise we will be losing our current job also, our current businesses also. Okay, and for any newcomers, focusing on emerging technologies is very easy thing. Okay, another question. Another question people is asking, future of web 3.0 apps, like if something wants to make TikTok like an app. I don't know about whether TikTok like app is there, because past 2-3 weeks I was completely researching about Web 3.0 applications. Lot of things are there. I didn't imagine that kind of growth. Okay, actually, lot of video platforms, lot of things are there using Web 3.0. But some of them are using the name Web 3.0, but it's not completely decentralized kind of thing. But they are using blockchain technologies, and for some part they are using some centralized hosting servers also. So TikTok kind of apps definitely will be there, but I didn't see that kind of thing personally. But based on my understanding, definitely it should be there. So someone is Sarma is asking about can AI can replace the administration for replacing politicians to eliminate the corruption also. Okay, this is also like very unique question kind of thing. Okay, it involves lot of things related to artificial intelligence. I used to see a lot of researchers going on this. So basically, the question straightforward answer is from technical perspective, it is very possible, very easy to implement, and it's already happening. A lot of lawyers' jobs are getting replaced by AI. AI is doing that job in many countries. It's already happening. But the key thing is not related to technology, but that process, right? So we have to understand why the corruption is there first. If you understand that, you can easily relate or what I'm trying to say. Okay, so it's not based on the technology. Okay, so AI can eliminate the corruption, there is no question about it, but AI needs to be trained, right? So the training data, who is going to give the training data? So that question is there. So AI is as of now it's a tool only, but in the future it can overtake human. That is a completely different topic. At least for 10 to 20 years or at least 30 years it will be a tool only, it will be under humans only. So at that stage it can be used, but we cannot surely say that it will eliminate the corruption, because the training data, whatever training data in all the fields, okay, the training data is completely reflecting our current scenarios only. So if you are going to train the AI with the current data, definitely it will be we will be passing the same scenarios. If corruption is there means currently if corruption is there means surely AI will be also doing the same thing only. Okay, so Astos Pandey is asking about blockchain and crypto going to stay, and is government right taxing them? Okay, so blockchain, no one can stop the growth of blockchain. It's like completely changing the world. Not now, but it's having the potential, and it's happening step by step. So it's like computers or internet kind of stuff. So right now, like 20 years back, people were afraid about computer, right? But no one could stop that, right? So all the fields are getting computerized, and people are like satisfied with computers. So same thing is going to happen with blockchain and AI. So no one is going to stop it, no one can stop it, but regulations as a step completely depending on how it's going. Okay, so definitely they will be staying. Okay, but the role may be different. Say initially Bitcoin, when I was reading about Bitcoin in the year 2011-12, that kind of stuff, that very beginning I used to see a lot of blog posts and Reddit discussions related to, like, I got 10 bitcoins, 20 bitcoins from mining, like that. Anyone want that bitcoin? So basically people were freely giving bitcoins that time. Okay, so it's kind of exploring the technology. So I didn't get anything because that time it was illegal in India, right? So that kind of talk were there, but many people used to get it freely. That time I used to see lot of posts. Say for example, if anyone is liking their post, they will be giving bitcoins. That kind of stuff. Even not only one or two coins, lot of coins. That time the price was very low. It was in cents when I was reading those kind of news. Okay, very beginning. But now people are seeing it as a investment option. Okay, so the role is getting changed. Okay, but again it won't be continuing as a investment option for a long time. So it will be coming to its initial role. Okay, so initial role means replacing the money. Okay, so that is the main purpose of the Bitcoin. So similarly any other blockchain applications also. So it's for bringing the power from the centralized source to the people are decentralizing it. Okay, so basically money is getting printed by some authority, right? Some countries. So the purpose of Bitcoin is to eliminate that role. So it should be within the people. So for that purpose it can survive longer. Okay, but as an investment option I don't have much idea about it. Okay, and similarly other blockchain applications, a lot of applications are getting developed, right? So it will be replacing the mostly banking applications. It will be absolute banks in the near future, because when the computers were introduced, that labors were resisting that, right? For some time they resisted, then they live with computers. Similarly, whenever the blockchain is applications are getting introduced, banks and governments, that authorities will be definitely they will be opposing it, because they are getting their role getting reduced, right? But later on they have to adopt that, and they should be talking about a blockchain, other stuff, their product as their product. That same thing is happening with the banks. Banks were opposing previously, but now I heard that a lot of banks started testing their blockchain applications. Okay, so as I said, the role may be getting changed, but the technology is a powerful technology. But again, there may be some kind of shortcomings, like as I said, in the very early days, I remember those things. I used to get a lot of used to see a lot of discussions. They were talking about I mined the coin using my desktop or gaming machine, like that. But these days it's not that much easy, right? So we have to have separate data center, kind of, not data center, but powerful computers for mining. So that kind of technical restrictions may be there. Okay, so if everything is getting into the blockchain, means we may not be having huge resources. But again, once the technology is evolving, means the technologies will be coming, because recently I heard about espresso. That kind of technologies will be reducing the blockchain energy needs. Okay, that kind of algorithms, zero knowledge proofs, you might have heard about this, zero knowledge proofs. Okay, but still a lot of discussions are going there whether they are really valid or just hype something. But once they are proved that they are really what, means that kind of new kind of innovations will definitely reduce the resources. But if they are not successful, definitely that kind of resource restrictions, hardware restrictions will be there. Otherwise blockchains will be continuing. Okay, so as I said, blockchain and AI that are going to completely change, but I haven't uploaded many news related item related to blockchain, but I uploaded a lot of artificial intelligence related news. You can check the playlist, AI playlist, and a lot of things. Already a lot of people started using those things. A lot of new algorithms also getting developed. Once they are coming into the market, we will be seeing a lot of new changes. For example, recently I came to know about a new algorithm which is not recurring data set. So we all know that current, as of now, data sets are very important for AI, right? So only if we give the data, then only it can get trained and the models will be working right. But I heard about that new technology, so it will automatically generate the data. That kind of stuffs are there, but I don't know how they are effective and what are the limitations, but it's a different topic. But what I am trying to say is AI is continuously evolving, okay? And previously we used to train the models by labeling, right? So that time everyone was thinking that it is very difficult to create AI applications because of that limitations of training them, because we have to manually feed the data by labeling, right? But later on, new algorithms, machine learning, kind of deep learning, a lot of steps came, and automatically automatic labeling is happening. So we have to just give the data that models will be analyzing the data, they will be automatically getting trained, right? So that kind of stuff, new steps are there, and scientists are trying to create a generic AI, okay? But that is a very major step, but I don't know whether that will be happening soon. But if that kind of stuffs are coming, means AI will be very powerful. So Astos is again asking about AI related stuff in perspective of job, okay? So that question is valid. So it's everyone's concern is like that only, especially for our country, India. It's a very important question. But as I said, once the technology is coming, means no one can stop it, right? So if all the other countries are adopting AI, and their production quality, everything is very high, means we will be lagging, very lacking or lagging. We will be behind them, right? So that will create a lot of problems. So AI, we have to use the power of AI, but again we have to put a lot of regulations. That stuff we have to do. Actually our governments will be doing it, I hope. And you asked the same question, similar questions regarding crypto taxing also, right? So I don't have much knowledge about how the impact of tax other thing, because but my overall understanding by reading the news and discussions is mostly investors are worrying about the taxing, right? So actually using Bitcoin as investment is against its nature, right? So it's discouraging that kind of usage only. So from that perspective, taxing is not a major problem for the cryptocurrencies, okay? But as if you are doing investment and getting tax, that is different. But many people are thinking that taxing those things will reduce the blockchain development in India, but I don't think so, okay? Okay, Sharma is again asking about Nano Technology. Maybe he is asking about relevant to India, I think. Otherwise, I'm seeing a lot of huge improvements in nanotechnology. If you go through the AI playlist related to nanotechnology, you can see that, okay? A lot of new stuffs are there, okay? So nanotechnology is a very, very powerful thing, right? So actually the physics, law of physics is completely getting changed when we go into the nano level, right? So it's purely based on imagination how we are going to use it, okay? So once the things are very clear, and if the technology is coming out of labs, definitely we will be seeing a lot of improvements. So adaptation in any particular country, that is purely depending on the government rules, other things, okay? But that real thing is completely different. Nanotechnology, mostly I used to see a lot of news items related to nano bots and nano based drug delivery. So everything is in, some things are reaching the clinical trial also. I don't say that it clinical trial is going on, but that to level. So already theoretical researches completed, and a lot of trials are going. Okay. So mostly we will be seeing a lot of nanotechnology related stuff. Okay, may not be, the naming may not be nanotechnology, so but purely because of the technology only we are seeing a lot of uh, new innovations. Okay, we may not be realizing that the behind the science. Okay. um, but some people are using the nanotechnology for their marketing purpose, but I heard that whoever just using, saying that it is nano based or something, means may not be they are telling it appropriately. Okay, that kind of that propaganda kind of confusion is there. So that's why the real nanotechnology, that kind of developments, they may not be using that kind of words. Okay, they may be using their brands or their actual product name. Okay, so but really nanotechnology is growing very fast. As I said, it's not a completely different field. It's related to material science and stuff. For example, we can consider the graphene also a nanotechnology. It's a benefit of that, right? So as I said, graphene is having huge potential, already started in some trials. Okay, cement roads were laid with the help of graphene. If we are going to use the graphene, means we will be saving a lot of money. Okay. So nanotechnology inventions are going on, and we'll be seeing the results quickly, and already we started seeing the benefit in some places. But as I said, everyone may not be saying that it is developed using nanotechnology, that thing. Okay, so it's becoming very huge field. Okay, so these days, so every subfield they will be using that name. Okay, so 3D printing, regarding 3D printing, again the question is related to India captured 3D printing. So I don't have much experience with 3D printing, but it's having a lot of potential. Actually, many I don't know whether from a research perspective whether India is leading or it's having any opportunities, huge opportunities. But as a manufacturing, India is having huge potential. So as a solid example, yesterday itself I got from my LinkedIn connection, he is asking me to whether I can set up. I mean, they are having some additive manufacturing, new kind of technology. Whether I can do the partnership for India, like that they were asking. Okay, but as I don't have much experience with that, I just refused that offer. But as I said, India is having that kind of opportunity. May not be leading that domain, but say for example, if some developed countries may be having huge or high level of designs. Okay, so they may not be having enough resources for running the process. Okay, so obviously India is having that kind of potential, so we can work with them to set up the production unit here, and we can deliver the objects. So something similar to software development, right? So most of the software development, the basic software is getting developed in developed countries, and they will be having the license, and most of the Indian IT companies are supporting that software and doing further development, so or implementation, that kind of stuff, right? So same thing can be applicable for the 3D printing, that are additive manufacturing also. Okay, okay, that People is asking about self-driving cars work in India considering huge population and low income. Okay, so I don't know why he is asking about the income. So income is not a parameter here. Okay, so basically it's a kind of technology only, right? So there is no hardware or major hardware apart from lidar or something. Then there is no once the software is ready means the technology is ready means implementing is very easy. So it will be going to save a lot of money. So low income is not a constraint. But again, from job perspective, that is a constraint. So a lot of drivers will be losing job. So that perspective, it's okay there. But once the implementation is getting started means they can get some alternative. That is a different thing. But from technological perspective, low income is not a constraint. So but population is also not a constraint, but the real constraint is that roads. Okay, road condition and the data. So like getting data for all the roads is very difficult, because what I'm trying to say is that road condition means that lengthy roads, right? A huge amount of road. I got it right. So that is very difficult because right now the developed countries or wherever the self-driving cars are implemented, they used to travel to all the roads and collect the data multiple times, and once the training is completed, then only they started the trials, right? But if we plan to do it in India like that, it's a very almost impossible process. Traveling to all the roads and collecting all the data, it's almost impossible. But the thing is, not recently, but few months back, I got a chance to read the research paper, MIT research, I think, related to dynamically training the data, right? So that is more relevant to rural setup or India kind of for India kind of countries. I think they specifically mentioned that I uploaded video related to that stuff. You can go through that. Okay, there they mentioned that their technology not require the training process, explicit training process. It can understand the path, other stuff dynamically. Okay, without much network GPS. I don't remember the exact details, but it is suitable for India kind of stuff. But the technology, that initial level of technology is there. So once our country's government is deciding to implement, and they decide to implement means they can explore that kind of options. But I don't know whether this time they will be doing it, because obviously it will be affecting the job, right? Driver job. So it will affect the economy. So another question is asking about, are you a teacher? No, I am not teacher. I worked as a software developer, and then I started a small IT company. Then I currently I'm doing it as a full-time YouTuber, creating science and technology related news videos. Okay, but I did teaching when I was doing IT business. That time I was taking online class for QTP automation, quick test professional test automation. So another question is Elon Musk Starlink. I don't know, denying, right? But I don't know whether they solidly denied or whether they are exploring. I don't remember reading the proper news source for that. But see, once the technology is they already launched a lot of implemented Starlink satellites, right? We heard the news of delivering internet in Ukraine using Starlink, right? So once established means anyone can easily implement, right? So especially the local companies can easily do it by partnershiping with them. But developing any new technology is a very huge thing, okay? But I'm not having much details about it. But as I said, if they are providing the technology, having tie-up with Reliance means easily Reliance will be able to do it. Okay, so Sarma is asking about plastic. Actually, I don't know whether you are new to my channel or already watching my channel. Actually, I am also having a lot of interest in that thing. Okay, I used to upload a lot of videos related to these things. Okay, and actually I couldn't even I uploaded a lot of videos. Still, I couldn't understand what's really happening with that. Okay. Actually, I used to see a lot of news videos, mostly from reputed universities like MIT. Okay, and what they are claiming is they actually, from their perspective, they need a lot of plastic waste. Okay, so that they can create a lot of energy, oil kind of stuff, and a lot of new materials from that. So that's how they are claiming. So already they published a lot of news. Not only news, research papers, peer-reviewed research papers. They created a lot of stuff. Okay, so my understanding is almost any plastic waste can be easily converted. Not easily means relatively. Okay, easily converted into usable stuff. Okay, some people are saying that not saying, what I mean saying is, some research paper, they published research papers, okay, saying that it can be converted into cement, road laying material, lot of useful materials. Actually, some people are claiming that we can get some energy full oils. Okay, actually one company is also there. Actually, I remember that particular thing because they asked me to remove that video. I don't know the reason behind it. So that's some suspicious things also going on. Maybe some funding or something. So I don't really get the full picture. But from the external view, my understanding is plastic waste getting converted into usable thing is like a lot of researchers, successful researchers are there. What I mean by successful is from theoretical. Okay, but practically also a lot of companies are there. Actually, I created some videos about some companies, but they asked me to remove by giving copyright stuff. I don't know the reason behind it. Okay, so as I said, I couldn't completely understand that full scenario. Actually, it's as I said, it's international politics kind of stuff also involving here. So it's not, the technical part is very less. Okay, so it's geopolitics, a lot of things are there here. Okay, corporates, multinational cartels. So I cannot comment about those stuff. Okay, from technical perspective, what I am from the research papers, what I am understanding is, so converting waste plastic into usable thing is simple. Okay, but I don't know why they are not doing it. Is completely a different question. For that, I don't know the answer. Okay. Okay, any other questions? So as I said, for this one, maybe the technology, whatever they are claiming, that may not be the true. That reverse also, we have to think that direction also. The technologies, whatever they are saying, maybe for some reason they may be saying like that. I don't know that reason. So what I'm ultimately what I'm trying to say is, whatever we are reading theoretically about this plastic waste conversion, the theoretical thing is completely different from practical thing. Okay, so I agree. Actually, your question also reflecting that one only. Okay, I could understand that. Okay, but for that, if you are really interested, you can just go through some lot of companies are there. I think they can convert into useful things. Actually, the Rice University, that researchers are saying that we can convert this kind of plastics into graphene. So it's a very valuable thing, right? So if I don't know whether you are asking it from information purpose or business purpose. If you are very serious about doing business, you can contact the Rice University researchers. They are saying that with the simple Joule heating effect, we can convert any waste into especially waste plastics into graphene. So graphene, if you are able to do it properly, graphene is having huge worth. So obviously no one is going to leave any plastic on the roads. Okay. So another question is, in what field you think artificial muscles will become economically viable first? This question also I don't know that I couldn't think about that, because whenever I read any news or whenever I go through any research papers related to artificial muscles, mostly they will be mentioning that it will be useful for both robotics as well as medical. Okay. So everyone who is trying to develop artificial muscles, they are thinking in that way only. I think basically the technology may be same for robotics as well as human kind of stuff. Okay. So but mostly from general understanding, mostly they will be trying it for robots first. Okay. For maybe for any kind of like warehousing, maybe for the companies like Amazon, they may be first implement that. If everything is going smoothly, means they may be trying to implement it for human, right? So Astos is asking about the ISRO Gangayaan, but I don't have much details about it, so I don't have anything to say about it. Maybe I will go through it and maybe in the next session I can tell about it. Okay. Thanks for your question. Okay. So any other questions? So Sarma is asking about sustainable development. I think I said the same thing for the you're talking about asking about plastics, right? So same thing. The sustainable the science technology is different, and current business or corporates, their role, government's role, that is different. So as from technical perspective, it is very difficult to understand those things. Okay. But as a technology news provider, I used to see lot of sustainable development related news items. Okay. But your question is really very valid one. So I used to think the similar thing only. Why it's not getting implemented? Okay, I thought it will take some time, but whatever news items I uploaded around 12 years back, that things not yet implemented. So obviously it may be some other hidden reason, I don't know, or any technical constraints. But technical constraints means they will be talking about, right? So I don't know the reason, but if whatever comments I am going through, if I believe they are true, then there may be some hidden reason which I cannot discuss here. Okay. Okay. So the other technology I'm thinking that it's having huge hope is CRISPR gene editing. I used to see a lot of news, and I uploaded many news items related to that one. Okay. so it's having huge potential. Again, this one also having some kind of political things also. As I said, some very key important or very life-changing, game-changing inventions, technologies means obviously the technical part is the role may be very less. So political and other stuffs will be taking more weight. Okay. So similarly, CRISPR gene editing also technically they proved many times, but a lot of ethical that constraints are there. Okay. So they already used CRISPR gene editing for completely storing a movie on a DNA, that kind of stuff, unimaginable stuff they already proved. Okay. But still, even in China, you might have heard about Lulu and Nana, right? They created designer babies with more brain power than any human. Okay. So that kind of stuff going on, but in real life we are not seeing CRISPR related thing. Okay. But if it's crossing all the initial hurdles means it will completely change our life. We don't need any kind of hospitals thereafter, any surgeries mostly. And apart from that, some uncurable diseases also will be getting cured. Okay. But as I said, it is having some ethical problems and ethical regulations are there. Okay. So once everything is framed properly, then we can see the developments. But from my understanding from the research papers, that CRISPR gene editing is huge potential. Okay, for completely changing our life. Okay. Astos is asking about replacing doctors in surgery, but it already happening. You might have watched many news items. Okay, so it's already teleoperation is happening in many places. Okay, but with the help of doctors only. But it can be done without doctors also. But maybe regulation purpose or something, I don't know. But with the doctors persons only it's happening. But the actual operation is surgery is getting done by robots only. It is having option to do it automatically, but remotely doctors are controlling. Okay, remotely in the sense actually remotely, maybe some news items I heard that from 500 600 kilometers away from, right? But in that case there may be risk. Disconnection of internet will be creating problems, right? So if they are allowing it means they have the confidence that the robots will be can be do it automatically without any issues. But maybe for some regulation purpose, I don't know whether for that reason or some reason they are not famous. But actually I used to see a lot of surgeries related news where robots is doing automatically. Regarding risky, based on a lot of things, I'm purely talking about research papers and their results, and not only research papers. Actually, I won't go through the research paper fully. Mostly, I will be talking about from based on the press release materials also only. Okay, press release materials that are written based on the research papers. Okay. So that will be telling the positive sides only. But from that understanding, there is no major risk of doing it. Okay, a lot of research results are showing that performance of or the reliability of machines are better than the actual doctors. Okay, most of the time, because the doctors they're human, right? They have a lot of mind related issues and physical fatigueness. A lot of things are there, but once the machine is trained properly, they can do better, right? Something similar to computers, right? So whatever calculations initially people will be having might be having that question. So when replacing the bank clerks and others job with computers, they might have the same questions like whether they are reliable, but it proved that it is reliable, right? But again, both are not same. It is involving a human life, right? So obviously they need a lot of further testing. Yeah, Sarma is saying about CRISPR babies in China. So a few minutes back, I also mentioned, right? They created babies with more IQ than any human being. So obviously, they will be having a lot of brain power, and they will further create further new technologies. Yes, obviously, they are having thing, but I don't know whether it's only happening in China. They are telling it openly, right? So other countries also having their they may be doing it. Mostly they will be doing it, right? So they because of regulations other stuff, they are not telling it publicly. Yeah, that your question, that thought is correct. If it is only it's happening only in China, means obviously they will be having more brain power, and they already have muscle power. So combining them, and that human resources also having a lot of power, obviously they will be coming to well power. Already they are reaching that. Actually, I used to go through a lot of articles. Actually, that kind of information not available in mainstream media, but if you go through detail in AI field and CRISPR gene editing, any kind of new even quantum computing, so all the field China is progressing very they are in very advanced comparing to other developed countries. Okay. But they are underplaying it. I don't know the reason, but they are leading in that kind of stuff. So any other questions? So actually most of the questions I have noticed that related to country specific other stuff. As I said, I don't have any real field experience. Only thing is my field experience is with IT, software development, testing, that kind of stuff only. These kind of emerging technologies, just purely I'm talking about based on the my news creation experience. Mostly I do news creation based on the press release materials, not any kind of press release materials backed by research, peer reviewed research papers. So they are somewhat reliable, but I don't know the validity or the practical usage of those stuff. Okay. And I don't understand the politics or corporate politics or government politics behind them. Okay. But purely technology wise, I could say that nanotechnology and AI and blockchain, everything is growing fast, and they are having huge potential. But from regulatory perspective, other corporate politics, adoption, that kind of stuff, I don't have clear picture. Anyone may not be having clear picture right now. It will be, we will be coming to know about it step by step only. Okay. And another important thing is climate change, right? So if that is becoming very major problem, means everything will be getting changed, right? So but that also we are not getting clear picture about it, because of again it's a politics, right? So it's a currently technology role is or science role is very less. Okay. But once the real effects are started coming, then we don't have any other option to other than controlling the climate change related issues, if it is true. But mostly from the science world, it's a real danger. Okay. But we don't know the real picture. Okay. But once that is becoming very high priority, means we will be changing drastic change in all the researches and implementation of technologies. Okay. So everything will be like depending on the climate change, that kind of regulations only, right? because obviously that will become more important, right? So otherwise, if the earth is not there, there is no meaning of having other technologies, correct? So any other questions? Okay, so still getting other questions. I will be talking very general terms. Mostly, again, I will go to the business, online business part. Other questions? Rare earth metals, I don't know how it's specifically related to blockchain technology. I don't know. Maybe you're talking about the location of rare earth metals or something, but from material science perspective, I could say that the rare earth metal, that stuff, that significance will be getting reduced, because you might have heard about metamaterials, right? So a lot of new kind of science related to material science, I mean new materials, especially metamaterials, and a lot of new materials. Actually, if you go through my videos, you can see a lot of new materials related videos. Okay, so mostly because of AI technology. Okay, so the artificial intelligence is enabling to create new kind of materials. Okay, so I noticed some kind of materials as an alternative for the rare earth metals. Okay, so that significance will be reduced. So I don't know whether this will be valid in the future. Okay, but if that things are not going properly, maybe whatever your question asking, they may be doing it. I don't know about it. Blockchain and power consumption, right? Okay, so this one also actually the number of blocks is getting increased, right, these days. So obviously whenever you are going to make new entry, say for example what I'm now talking in this video, right? So it is synced with Odyssey, blockchain based thing. So if this 1 hour video is getting transferred to there, means it needs a lot of blocks. But in case of Odyssey, I think they're doing it differently. But if it's a real blockchain technology, it needs a lot of blocks, right? So for kind of any kind of confirmation or transaction, currently we need a lot of confirmations, right? I don't have much expertise, but whenever I tried something, I heard that it needs 200 confirmations like that. Okay, it will take 5 minutes or 20 minutes like that. Some transactions are there. So obviously it is taking a lot of power. Okay, but as I said a few minutes back, I told about it. Okay, recently the company Espresso, I think it's a Stanford University spin-off, I think. So they developed a new technology that is requiring very less confirmation. Not only confirmation, basically it's taking very less energy. The key innovation behind that is zero knowledge proof. I don't know whether you heard about it. It's something like I can tell something to you, okay, and I will make you to believe that, okay, but I won't tell the actual thing. Okay, say for example, if I'm having I'm having 10 bitcoins like that, I am saying to you, okay, but I won't show it to you, okay, but I will give some information, okay. From that you will be start believing that I'm having 10. Okay, you got this point, right? This is zero knowledge proof. I won't give the knowledge to you, okay, knowledge proof something, zero knowledge only, but I will prove that I'm having that. Okay, so it's unimaginable, right? But somehow that crypto world is able to implement that thing. Okay, like that they're saying, but some deniers are there. It's like fake, like that's some people are saying. But if that is happening, there will be a lot of reduction in that kind of transaction, other stuff. Okay, so confirmations, everything will be eliminated. Okay, so it will hugely reduce the power consumption. So if it is happening, then only the blockchain will be having future, right? So few days back I shared some good video related to zero knowledge proof. Okay, I don't remember the channel name, but shared in Reddit. Actually, Reddit, I am just having one subreddit for sharing the emerging technologies related stuff, our future tech. Okay, so there I shared it. Okay, you can check there. So basically, I'm just telling the example. So the espresso is one example. The technology behind the espresso is zero knowledge proof. Maybe similar to zero knowledge proof, some other kind of new algorithms or concepts will be coming. Okay, but as of now, blockchain energy is really power consumption is really a problem. But in the future, they may address it. It's not only for blockchain, for any technology. AI also, it's like a lot of energy consuming stuff only. Okay, but because of the updations or evolving of the technology, they were able to reduce that, but still it's taking a lot of power only. But one thing about blockchain power consumption is, as the basic concept, it's a distributed thing, right? Decentralized, and so that blockchain, that miners will be using their machines in different places. So the power consumption is not focused on particular place. This one also distributed. So wherever large power is there, obviously people can start using it. So maybe they can give the credits, more credits to that location based credits, or that are power based on the power demand, they can update the stuff. So a lot of ways are there. Because of decentralized nature, it can have a lot of ways to handle it properly. Yeah, technically, no one is saying that it is privacy, right? So obviously, if you are having the transaction ID, some particular detail, you can relate to the person. So, but not everyone is knowing that, right? So the whatever transaction is happening, everyone can see the transaction, everything is there, right? But who is doing, for whom it is doing, that is not available with blockchain, correct? But if we are able to connect with one transaction with one person, obviously we can trace everyone. So privacy is available by default, but if we make to inquire about any kind of illegal transaction or something, technically it is possible. No one is saying that technically it's not possible. Okay, but the key thing is, currently all the privacy data is available with one particular person. You understand that point, right? So say for example, Google is having all our data, right? So if some hackers are capturing Google and they are taking over Google, means definitely everyone's life is some problem, right? But blockchain is distributed, every data is there, so it's completely different thing. But in everyday life, it's not going to affect someone. But if for any legal reason or something, some very important thing, obviously we can connect the people. That's what I understand from some articles, but I don't, as I said, I don't have hands on with the blockchain technology. Okay. And more, another thing is getting Bitcoin information. If he's keeping his wallet with his mobile or his computer, obviously anyone can trace it, right? And a lot of other different technologies are also there. I read a news about two people who were keeping their Bitcoin in some old laptop, and many years back, and once the value got increased, they tried to retrieve it. They had written a very long story about it. So they found their details without knowing the password, just by cracking some files stored on their computer. Okay. Yes, obviously, Sarma is saying that blockchain will be posing energy problem. So yes, it's with the current technology, current infrastructure, it's obviously need a lot of energy. In the beginning, I talked about my initial encounter of Bitcoin, right? So in the year 2000, I don't remember the exact thing, year 2011 or 12, that time I used to share my blog posts and videos on Reddit. There I used to read a lot of messages related to Bitcoin. So most of them are that time enthusiasts, not investors. That time they were able to get bitcoins, many bitcoins, just by using their own computers, mostly gaming computers, some powerful computers within the home. Okay, once the number of transaction blocks are getting increased, obviously we need a lot of power. So then, as I said, the new algorithms like zero knowledge proof will try to address that, or similar kind of stuff will address to that. So as of now, just it's a energy problem only. So Sarma is saying that he's having some solution. Can you share it? Okay. Actually, I am now talking through OBS. So right now, I can talk. Otherwise, I can allow you to talk. Maybe if you are interested, I can arrange some guest interview with you so that you can explain to everyone. If you have some detailed plans. So Sarma is explaining this in the chart itself. Okay. So you're saying that sometimes I think that how many people can see a pen in a lecture hall, they all see it due to the energy released by pen in the form of photon. Okay. Okay, then okay, just type it here. Okay, detail, and if you have some detailed plans or something, maybe you can give me some separate video. I will upload it. Yeah, basically it's a photon energy. It's a fundamental for our solar power plants, right? Yeah, obviously everyone knows that, right? That's why people are using solar power plants to harvest energy from the sun or any light source. Yeah, that is the fundamental of solar, right? Is it something different from solar, what you're trying to say? Okay, Sarma is trying to say that whenever a pen is showed in front of many people, everyone is seeing it, right? So it is the energy of photon, like that he is saying. But my understanding is that's how solar power harvesting is happening. So normally solar panels will be harvesting energy from any kind of light source, right? But it's a huge topic, but mostly but some panels will be getting energy from infrared, a lot of things. Yeah, but I uploaded some videos related to that. They were talking about getting energy from some kind of wavelength. I think it's related to transparent solar panel. I think I don't remember the exact video, but I uploaded some kind of video. So in the future, everyone is thinking about providing solar panel as a transparent window for the home, so that we need not implement a separate setup for solar panels. Okay, so there I think I don't remember exactly, but somewhere that kind of technology is talking about getting energy from particular wavelengths, because in sometimes some people will be willing to have some kind of color light. Okay, so that kind of panels will be transferring or allowing some kind of light. Okay, and they will be restricting some kind of light for converting into energy. Okay, so that kind of technology is there. Sarma is again asking about carbon nanotubes and electricity transportation. Okay, zero energy losses that will happen in the superconductors, right? So obviously you're asking that question, right? Whether the superconductors with the room temperature is possible, right? So a lot of energy researches are going on, even from India, IASC something, I don't remember the institution. They also said that they were developing that kind of technology. So but again it's not a practical thing, but theoretically everyone is talking about room temperature based superconductivity. Already superconductivity is there. Okay, we can transfer the energy without loss. It's already happening. Already we are using it in MRI, I think, magnetic resonance, that kind of MRI scanning is there, right? So they are using very small scale, because that need lot of energy for keeping a very cool temperature, right? Very cool, almost 0 Kelvin, that kind of thing. I don't exactly remember the exact thing, but very cool. So that need a lot of energy. Okay, but then once we set up that zero superconductivity environment, then it will transfer without energy loss. Okay, but a lot of researches are going on for implementing it with room temperature. Actually especially for quantum computing also it is required, because quantum computing and that noise kind of stuff is affecting the qubits, right? So for that also currently we have to keep a very low temperature cryogenic kind of stuff. So for that that mostly many feel superconductivity is required. Already they are using it with keeping very low temperature, but room temperature kind of superconductivity, many people are talking about it. Many research paper also they published, even from India also scientists are trying to achieve it, but everything is like what I mean is very initial stage. Okay, but you're right regarding that concept, everything. So zero energy loss, we can do it, and carbon nanotubes are very useful in that kind of researches. Okay, but I don't really know how they are. I mean, no one is knowing it properly, but a lot of researches are going on. Which one is going to be practical, we don't know. Okay, but once that is successful, means we can see that kind of zero energy loss kind of transmission. Okay, so already as I said, if graphene is having that kind of stuff, right? Especially graphene is having that magic angle. You might have heard about it. I already uploaded 2-3 videos related to it. So if we twist 2 layers of graphene slightly, I don't remember the exact thing, 1 degree or something. Okay, if we twist that, we will be getting the superconductivity. Okay, so a lot of researches are going on. So carbon nanotube also similar kind of thing, right? Carbon nanotube, graphene, everything is mostly behaving different, same thing. But based on my understanding, that twisted graphene, that magic angle graphene, is having huge potential as of now. So any other questions? Okay, so if there are no other questions, I will be just recapping about actually the purpose of this live session is for talking about online earning experiences. So I will be just skipping to that part. Okay, but if anyone is having some kind of emerging technologies interest, they can combine with this online earning experience and that stuff also. Say for example, many people were asking about so for example, Sarma is asking about a lot of nanotechnology related stuff, right? Suppose I don't know what is his position, other things. Okay, if he is interested to earn from his knowledge or interest, what I can suggest is he can come up with some kind of blog, video channel, or some small product. Okay, maybe some teaching product about what is nanotechnology, like that. So he has to prepare some kind of product which is he is interested and having expertise. And then next step is finding the target audience. Okay, for any product, if we match the proper target audience, it will be successful. Okay, so there is no defined it is better product, it is worst product, it is huge potential, not like that. Okay, if any product you can create any product based on your skills and your knowledge, and if you are able to find the appropriate target audience, definitely you can sell them, and the customers will be satisfied. That is the key in doing online business. Maybe it can be the fundamental of any kind of business, but I don't have much experience with other things. But for online businesses, it is the very fundamental thing, because personally I don't have good experience or skills in creating videos, and I am not having any scientific experience or knowledge. Okay, but I found that there is a demand for emerging technology news. Okay, and I found that people are interested to, not to fully interested, but people have the need to watch those news. Okay, and as I am not good in presenting news, I found the way to manage my shortcomings by putting subtitles so that people can read the subtitles. Okay, so we can have a lot of options to handle our shortcomings, but the key thing for any business is we have to prepare the product purely based on our skills, not based on he is doing or she is doing. That kind of triggering means that is not going to help. Okay, if you are interested in a particular thing, and if you are willing to share your knowledge from info product or any kind of actual product, you can do it. Okay, only thing is you have to find the proper audience, okay, related audience. There may be a lot of information, for example, even regarding blockchain or other stuff, there may be a lot of information in English or other languages, but if it is not available in your mother tongue, you can create that information, okay, and then promote it among them. So that is the key. We have to create some useful product based on your knowledge and find the target audience and promote to them properly, okay, and then iteratively improve the product and expand the markets. That's the thing I learned, but what I'm telling is purely based on my understandings, but as I said, I'm not much successful in all my doings, but I learned a lot of lessons. I thought of sharing my learnings to the other people, especially to my YouTube viewers, subscribers, so that they can skip those mistakes and they can succeed in the initial step itself. Okay, that is the purpose of this live session. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is we have to create the product, okay, and find the target audience and list them on landing page which is SEO friendly and user friendly, and we have to provide reliable payment gateway. We have to provide option to contact you, okay, for asking any questions, and we need to implement lead capture, mail ID collecting, phone number collecting, like that, by giving some free products or free trials or any ebook, okay. And we have to implement Google Analytics, like kind of tracking analytics code, so that we can understand from where people are coming, how much time they are there, okay. And we need to create a lot of blog posts and video, like we have to make sure that our customers, potential customers, are understanding more about us, okay. Then only they will be comfortable in buying the product from us, okay. So this is the overall process, and actual implementation, we need to create the website and make it SEO friendly, do the SEO stuff on page, both on page and off page, and then improve the product based on feedback. Then do the paid promotion, SEM, okay, like Google Ads, like that. That is the key thing which I missed in my business initiatives. So Sarma is saying that he wants to do PhD in Nano Technology, and here in state we lack facilities, and self-funded PhD is not possible for me. So cryptos have left me with a huge loss. Okay, so cryptos left me with a huge loss. So obviously it's a fact. I never invested in crypto. Actually, I came to know about blockchain crypto in the year 2011-12, that time itself, because of that time I was doing IT work for the clients, right? That time I got a project related to blockchain, okay. So that time that was very new that time, right? So I started reading, but I didn't get the project. Initial stage itself, they awarded the project someone else, but that proposal, that their requirements made me to start searching about Bitcoin and stuff. That time it was in cents only, that value. Anyone can easily create that, and then now we know the value of that, right? But still I never bought any Bitcoin. One reason is it is not legal in India at that time, okay, and I am not seeing it as a investment option, okay. I never thought of doing that kind of stuff, okay. because the purpose of the coin is it is developed to behave as a coin. Okay, if we are seeing it as investment means it will be our mistake, right? Maybe day traders might have earned from that something. That is the different stuff. If you are thinking it as a investment means it will be like gambling only. So that's the reason government is putting the tax similar to gambling. Okay, from that perspective only. Okay, so I don't know what triggered you to view it as a investment. I don't know. But if you are instead of investing your money there, if you are investing your energy and time, knowledge there, definitely you might have come up with some kind of technology. That technology can earn you money. Okay, Bitcoin, that thing may not be directly making money. Okay, so that is kind of gambling only. Okay, I don't use the word that, but something similar to. Okay, but still it's having other thing also, because it's not pure gambling. That's what supporters of crypto are saying, because their thing is, say for example, talk about Odyssey. Recently I came to know about Odyssey, right? They are paying from in terms of their crypto LBC only. Okay, so what we can understand is, if you are just as an investor and someone is saying that you invest there and then it will be increasing money, last 12 months it got increased from this much percentage, that kind of thing is not meaningful here, right? But if you know the technology, if you know the potential and how it's coming, in case of Odyssey you can check how the team is working. Okay, and that time you can know that that value of the coin will be increased, right? So it is not investment, it is not a coin, it is kind of share, right? So for share market or any kind of new business, say for example Google, whoever invested in Google, they are millionaires now, right? So the same thing is, it's like kind of share. So if a currency, cryptocurrency is tied up with kind of business, then it's having value, right? The LBC is tied up with library protocol, right? So there they are providing services like Odyssey video platform, and apart from that they are having a lot of plans. Okay, in that case the price, the value may be increasing. Okay, but I'm talking about the overall. Maybe in the day trading it can increase, decrease, but that is completely different. So but in the long term it can improve. But again, we need to understand the political scenario also, because even if the LBRY, that blockchain behind the Odyssey is growing fast, actually that securities SEC in US is has filed a lawsuit against them. Okay, so that value is purely based on the outcome of the judgment, right? The court case. Okay, because they are saying that it is security, cryptocurrency is security. Without filing with securities, that SEC, they collected money, like that they are saying. Okay, so it's purely based on perspective how people are viewing it. Okay, but what I am saying is, if you know the knowledge and if you are involving with that, then we can do it. As I said, I haven't done any investment, but we can involve it. Like as I said, I connected my YouTube channel with Odyssey, right? So basically I will be earning in cryptos. I am not investing money, but I am investing some time to connect my YouTube channel with Odyssey and checking whether the videos are uploaded properly. So for that I can expect that once the library platform is growing, that value can increase. Right now it is few cents only, but once the technology is becoming popular, and if it is coming out of the court case, and if it is judgment is favor of LBRY, then the value can improve. So that kind of thing is there. Just by seeing the graphs, okay, last year it was this much and last week like that, if you think that way, definitely it is not going to useful. So Sarma is again asking about blockchain. As I said, you might have gone through my blog post, right? I don't have any blockchain knowledge. Even theoretical also, I haven't uploaded much videos related to blockchain. Okay, so I'm not a suitable person to tell about blockchain other thing. But what I'm saying is. It is having potential that I could understand based on the news by reading the news. Okay, and another thing is recently I started exploring blockchain because of the reason, like IDC platform is paying money in cryptocurrencies, okay, for the videos. So from that experience only I am saying. So actually I was doing it for the past few weeks only for studying the stuff. Okay, so with a few weeks of knowledge I can't tell much about it. But if you tell me what kind of stuff you are planning to do with blockchain, I can suggest something. So actually only thing I am very familiar right now is IDC. Okay, so that is the thing I was exploring more because as I said previously, my YouTube channel monetization got disabled 2 times a few years back. So I was desperately looking for some kind of alternatives for YouTube. So that time I found that IDC is some best alternative, not the best, somewhat we can consider right now. Okay, only thing is they are paying in crypto. For that purpose only I started exploring the crypto and blockchain other things. Okay, otherwise I hesitated in knowing about Bitcoin and other things because it was like in India it was illegal, like that kind of talk was there, right? So I never tried previously. Once the government put tax on that, and if it is getting some kind of indirect legal protection, then only I am exploring this right now only. So Sarma is asking about to learn about the technology. So I think he's asking about blockchain. If the question is about blockchain, as I said, I am not much familiar it. Okay, if it is about IT means I can guide you. Okay, IT means whether you want to be a web developer or anything. But you are saying that your background is medical, right? And if you give some more details about medical means what kind of stuff, actually I need the details like your medical means what kind of experience or knowledge you have, and if the purpose, okay, okay, your medical means what kind of thing, and purpose, whether earning money or doing any kind of business or something. If you say the purpose, I can guide you something. Okay, and if you are asking about okay, you are saying that yes sir, blockchain. So blockchain, as I said, I don't have much knowledge about it as of now. Okay, I just started learning about it. Okay, but in the GitHub I noticed some detailed step-by-step instructions how to create simple blocks and doing simple storage and stuff. Okay, you can easily get that kind of tutorials, and if you are really interested you can go through it. Okay, Sarma is actually you are trying to learn blockchain to earn money. Something means since you are saying that you are masters in chemistry, and if you are really very good at chemistry, and you can spend some time for doing online business, means mostly you can do something on the online itself. No need to go blockchain other stuff. So that is a huge stuff. Okay, maybe if you are having some software background, and if you are familiar with those things, maybe you can easily transition to that. If you are purely from science and you don't have any IT experience, and you haven't learned any IT stuff, means basically my suggestion to you is you can just earn money, not only money, some kind of future business, and some kind of other steps also, by showcasing your talents to the target audience. Okay, that is the key thing I was talking about online learning. Okay, so your skill set is your masters in chemistry, so you should be knowing about chemistry better than other people. Okay, so lot of people will be interested to learn chemistry. Okay, maybe in the beginner, some people maybe for school college studying purpose, they may be needing to learn chemistry, and in the industry also some people say for example a lot of interconnected technologies are coming, biochemistry something. So for any kind of biochemistry related thing, or any kind of new materials science related stuff, if it is involving chemistry, means the other person is expert in their own domain and they are not aware of chemistry, they need someone who is familiar with chemistry. Okay, so you can sell your skill there. For that, what you can do is you can start a blog. Okay, so you said you lost money with cryptocurrency, right? So I could understand that you are like someone someone can easily sell something to you. Okay, so first of all, take my words as a strong advice. Okay, so don't spend any money for learning or for doing anything. Okay, so even for starting a website, you can just start with the blogger. Okay, so once you are familiar with that and you start earning money with there, then only you can spend money. Okay, so never spend money initially. Okay, if you want to earn money, first you have to showcase your skill. But once you are fully ready with your stuff, and if you are ready to scaling that time only, I am suggesting that we have to use paid advertisement to increase the reach. Okay, so you can first start the blog and you can start the channel. Okay, combinedly with your blog and channel, YouTube channel, you can share your knowledge. Okay, create some useful videos, but define the target audience. Say if you can talk Hindi, means you can if you are very comfortable with that and the audience are willing to learn it from Hindi, means you can or Tamil, means you can whatever language, additional language, or narrow down. What I am trying to say is initially competing with giants is a difficult thing. First you can do it step by step. Okay, a blog means it's simple. You can go to the blogger.com and with the Google ID you can just create the blog. Okay, so just to get the name, maybe Sarma Chemistry something, give the name, and it will create the blog like that name. Or you can register a domain if you want. If you are if you are having very clear plan for taking it very seriously, maybe domains will cost very less only. I don't know the exact amount, 300 rupees or 400 rupees something. You can register the domain, or Google blog will be giving free name. Maybe you can create sarmachemistry.blogspot.com something. Okay, there you can share your things. As I said, first set the target audience. So if you are going to target the Hindi speaking audience, so just initially upload the videos, Hindi videos, and you can promote it among the groups related to that kind of audience. Okay, so once you are very familiar with that group, and you proved yourself as a strong expert there, then you can say for example, you run the blog and YouTube channel. Assume that you got some 2000 subscribers. Definitely some people will be willing to give you money to get your knowledge. Okay, so you may be giving the knowledge, sharing your knowledge through the blog post and YouTube videos, but some people they may not be having enough time to go through all the videos. They need some specific details. Okay, so they will be interested, they will be willing to pay money to get information from you. So in the all the videos and blog post, you can give the your landing page, okay, for buying your time. Okay, mostly when I was teaching about telling about that online QTV thing, I used to get the money from PayPal, and actually I did it very less time only. Just I am suggesting that. So you find some payment gateway. Okay, or you can if you are using WhatsApp, you can Google Pay something. Okay, if you are targeting a audience from India, and you can give the details in that page. Okay, so link that page from all your information pages, maybe your YouTube video, okay, your blog post, everywhere. Just to give whatever you know. Okay, don't hesitate to give any details. Okay, so sharing is caring, right? So whatever you know, give all the details. Okay, but whoever willing to pay, they will be getting the same information only, but from their convenient perspective. Okay, they may be having some questions. Okay, they may be needing some specific information only. Okay, so some people will be thinking that okay, we need to give some information freely and some more details for the paid audience, like that. So it's not like that only. So okay, so you can give all the details freely. Okay, but someone will be needing your time to get their questions cleared out or something. For them you can charge money. Okay, so you can hourly billing, like that you can charge. Maybe initially you can charge very low, or you can give some free consultants like that for few hours. Okay, like that you can just start it. So first thing is you have to have a specific landing page. In the blog you can create one page. Okay, your payment details and other stuff, how much you are charging, like that. Maybe tuition kind of thing you can initially start, and parallelly you can publish some ebook. Just whatever you know, if you are targeting some kind of college students, just to go through their syllabus and prepare the ebook based on that. Okay, so you can sell the ebook at minimum charge. Okay, so actually what I was long back, I am telling very long back happened. I was selling my software testing ebook. Okay, for that what I did is I just created a landing page. Okay, and I provided offer that if whoever referring this link to their friends, 10 friends, I will be sending them the book free. Okay, so I did like that only. Quickly it got circulated very fast. Okay, so many people forwarded it to their friends, and they forwarded it to then again their friends. So it happened like that only, but that happened very long back. That time email was the primary communication. So similar thing you can now implement it in some other social media sites. Okay, so basically you have to share all your knowledge through the blogs and videos. Okay, and you have to provide link to specific landing page. Okay, there you can tell about yourself and what kind of services, products you are providing. you can provide both things. You can sell the ebook product, okay, and you can sell your time as a service for explaining chemistry to someone, okay, or teaching chemistry, or clarifying their questions, or assignment writing or something. So whatever you are willing to do related to your thing, you can do it, okay. But you have to first you have to share all your knowledge properly, okay, and you have to get feedback from the people, and you need to correct yourself or improve yourself based on the feedback, okay. And then you can start selling your time or product, okay. Once everything is going smoothly, the next step is, if you started earning money, and only thing is scaling up, then you can go for paid advertisements, okay. If you are doing that time, then only it will be effective. In the beginning, if you start doing paid advertisements, it will be very costly, okay. Once the organic SEO where position is good, then obviously you can do the paid advertisement very less price, okay. You got it right? So my suggestion is but you have to have a clear plan. Maybe you can create a business plan kind of thing. You can just open a document or take a paper, write down your key skill set, your available time, how much time you can spend, how many blog posts you can create, or how many videos you can create, okay. Like that you can prepare the list, because it's not a easy task. If you are doing it for 2-3 months, and then if you are exhausted and tired of doing that, means, and just leaving, means all your efforts will be waste, okay. So you have to prepare the proper list, and you have to stick on your schedule, and you have to improve yourself continuously, okay, because it's not a very easy task. So my my suggestion is, like what I'm trying to say is, otherwise you have to share your knowledge through blogs and YouTube videos. Some platforms you have to prove that you have the knowledge of this particular thing, okay, and then you have to answer them in Quora questions, or some in forums, related forums. You have to answer their questions to prove that you are the expert in that field, okay. And there you have to provide the link back to your blogs or YouTube channel, okay. But in all your blogs and your YouTube channel description, everywhere you have to mention your landing page link, okay. In the landing page, it can be anything. In the blog you can create one particular page, and you can consider this as a landing page, okay. But don't use the post as a landing page, because it will be having some date timing, right. So that will be creating confusion. So create a page, okay, without any time other stuff, and that page you can consider as a landing page, okay. There you can give some brief introduction about you, and the best blog post, best videos of yourself, and you can other social media link your other social media links. Say for example, if you are answering the chemistry related questions on Quora, you can link your Quora profile. Or if you got any awards and it is available online, you can link that. If you have published any research paper or something, any important article appearing on major newspaper, you can link that. So everyone who are visiting that page, they should be understanding about you, like you are good at chemistry on this particular field for this language or something. They should be able to understand you by yourself by going through that one particular page, that is landing page, okay. And there you can give link to buy your ebook, okay. Creating ebook is very easy. Just to start with some few pages. Initially you can give free, and based on the feedback you can just improve the new topics and correct it, okay. Just to create the ebook to share your knowledge. Just whatever you are putting in a blog post, combine all the blog post and create it as a ebook. I did like that only. Initially I just published blog post about my software testing and QTP automation knowledge, and after I came to know that a lot of people are interested to read them, and many people started asking me about whether it's available as a PDF like that. So then only I started creating as a ebook. Okay, so I just put all the blog post with a proper arrangement, and then I started selling it as a ebook. Okay, so then once I noticed that it is selling good, I just put it on Amazon. Okay, so like that only. So the first point is we have to start like establishing ourselves as an expert on particular field. Okay, you need not be otherwise it is very difficult for you to become expert or showcase yourself as an expert in the chemistry to the entire world. Okay, so for that only I am saying that you can narrow down the target audience. As I said, people, students who are studying chemistry in Hindi, or college school students or college students. Actually, your audience and you should be feeling comfortable. That match should be there. So once you find out that, you should not change it. So actually, we tend to change it frequently. Okay, so if you once you start creating Hindi blog post, many people will be telling that Hindi blog post will not be giving more money in terms of ad revenue. Okay, English developed countries will be giving more. Once you come to know that kind of information, suddenly if you are choosing your audience content means definitely it will affect your existing audience also. That kind of lot of minute things are there. So you have to first define your target audience and frame your contents based on the target audience, and then once everything you finalized, you unnecessarily you should not change your plan. Okay, actually we will be tending to change it, but we have to keep some restraint. Okay, we need to think twice before acting, but if it is really necessary you can change, or if you are evolving and if you want to scale it, then you can do it. But without any solid reason, just by testing purpose, we are frequently changing means it's not a good practice. Okay, so my suggestion is create a blog. Okay, it is free, you can easily do it from blogger.com. Choose an appropriate name to reflect your purpose. Okay, and we will start publishing blog post and share it with relevant social media groups. Okay, join relevant groups and they share it. But sharing is it's you have to do it very genuinely. You should not force anything, so no one will be willing to visit your blog if you are forcing it. Okay, you have to give the value. So if anyone is asking some chemistry related questions in some forums and Quora, you can search it and you can find that latest post questions. You can answer them. Okay, freely you can answer them. Do some research and answer them. And if you have some blog post on your blog, just for more details visit this link. Like that you can give that link. Okay, so this is the first point. Okay, so you obviously will be getting traffic to your blog post. Once a lot of backlinks your blog post generated means you will be getting organic traffic from search engines, SEO. So that is your SEO rank is improved means you will be getting more organic search traffic. As I said, if you are getting organic search traffic means the conversion will be good. Okay, so more people will be highly engaged with you, so you can sell them ebook or sell your time for explaining the concept or clarifying things. Maybe say for example school students and whatever target audience, for them you can prepare list of questions in the chemistry field. You can get a lot of public domain stuff there. You can collect everything, and actually many people are selling it is known as PLR ebooks. A lot of resale rights ebooks are there. You can sell that kind of thing. You can collect all the chemistry related ebooks with rewrite resale rights. So that means you can get it freely and you can sell it. You can keep the profit with you. That kind of PLR, that kind of things are there. But these days getting money from ebook sales is not much. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is you can collect the lead capture. You can give the ebook for getting their email ID. So once you are start taking some online class something, you can invite everyone to join the class. Maybe first 1 or 2 classes you can take it as a free. For any further questions, other things, you can charge them some money. Okay, so that kind of it is known as funneling. Okay, so you need not, or you should not at the first step ask money for doing any kind of service or business. Okay, first you have to give the free service, and people should be knowing about you. Okay, you have to capture the lead, and then slowly you can start making money from them. Okay, and once you are getting more traffic to your blog, means obviously you can earn money from advertisements also. So that is another step. You can apply for Google AdSense once it has, but getting approval for Google AdSense is difficult for me. Even many years back it got rejected many times. But if your content is very good and traffic is getting improving steadily, means you can get some kind of approval for Google AdSense. Okay, otherwise if you are not getting Google AdSense approval, you can go with your specific thing. Maybe you can sell, give the Amazon, you can join Amazon affiliate, and you can sell the Amazon affiliate books. Okay, so whenever people buy from your link, you will be getting some commission from Amazon. Okay, but you need to be very careful about target audience. So if you are completely targeting Indian audience with the Hindi language, better you can link Amazon.in website links with the Hindi books, like that. So but from my personal perspective, I am fully targeting the English audience, mostly developed countries audience. So I'm doing it that thing. But personally I don't see much success with affiliate marketing. But what I am trying to say is these are the options available. Okay, but if these things are not working, you will be earning money from advertisements. Okay, so a lot of advertisements are there, but better try to get the Google Ads. Okay, but you have to do a lot of hard work. Okay, so if you are already expert in chemistry, means you can create a lot of good information on your blog, and create YouTube videos also. Better run a lot of live YouTube live. Okay, broadcast live, and discuss with your audience. Okay, for live, better you can as I said, you can freely give your ebook and capture the emails, and whenever you starting the live, you can invite them to the live. So it will be more interactive. So YouTube will be recommending to more people. So obviously you will be getting more subscribers. So it is a step by step, but you in the process you never expect immediate success. Okay, if you are try a lot of actually in the SEO concept itself, there are two kinds of things: black hat SEO, white hat SEO. Okay, you might have come across some black hat approaches. They will be giving immediate response. Okay, you can immediately start getting traffic and earn money, but that won't live long. Okay, so my suggestion is never go in that direction. So always stick with white hat approach. Okay, so your purpose should be prove your knowledge in your field. You are saying that you are expert in chemistry and good in Hindi, means do that. Once you prove yourself, maybe you can slowly scale up your business, expanding to English, other thing. Okay, maybe you can create another blog, and there you can put all your English posts, and you can create another YouTube channel specifically for English audience. Okay, because based on my understanding, English audience and other developed countries audience are there, means you will be earning good money from sales or your timing, or for your YouTube, for anything. That money will be good because of the dollar conversion rate, right? So if you are targeting local audience, means the earnings will be less. But if it is easy for you to start with them, then it is easy. Okay. But don't mix the both things. You create your own blog and one day putting in English and another day putting in Hindi, and in the same YouTube channel you are talking one day in Hindi, another day in English, means it will be getting a lot of confusion. And your target audience, if you are targeting scientists, means for that purpose you can have one channel. Okay. So school college students means separate things. So it's purely based on that. My suggestion is the target audience is very important. Never confuse or continuously change the audiences. Fix the audience and target them based on that audience nature. Okay. Maybe they're based on their language, based on their geographic location. Okay. Based on their skill set, based on their purchase capability. So for you personally, my suggestion is just think about all these things. Okay. Because I am very again I am you said you lost money from blockchain, right? So if you are trying to do something, you can meet a lot of scammers. Okay. Be careful with those things. So most of the things you can easily do freely. Okay. So just to spend some time to read about it and find some good references, and you can check some Quora questions, something related to. So basically to understand the ecosystem, spend some time. That is less time. Okay. But most of the time just to try to learn your subject very thoroughly, and compare all the best materials available in your subject, and try to implement all the best things in your blog post, and write in an interesting way, put some relevant images, and do the proper interlinking. Okay. So for example, if you are talking about two different topics, and in one particular post you can just combine both things, then only people will be coming to know that you have other topics also. Maybe you can create some index kind of thing, and so once you start doing that, you will be automatically coming to know about all those things. Okay. So my suggestion is start immediately, there is no problem, but don't expect the results immediately. Do it step by step, and you can, the long term you can earn the money, but you have to wait for it. You have to do a lot of hard work. Okay. And you have to learn thing, but it will be interesting. That is the main thing. Okay. So it won't be boring. So but only thing is you shouldn't expect immediate income. Okay. And people will be, if you are helping the other people to learn, definitely it will be giving you a lot of satisfaction immediately. So you will be doing it enthusiastically. So you will be learning, or you will be improving your knowledge by doing these kind of things. Okay. So you are not going to lose anything unless you are cheated by any scammers. So don't be greedy at any time. Okay. So be realistic, and wait for the output. Do your work. Okay. YouTube earnings, yeah, your question is right. No one is telling it, because many people said YouTube is not encouraging it. It is banning the sharing of YouTube earnings. Okay. But I don't know about truths, because few people share the earnings. But my understanding is YouTube is restricting the sharing the cost per click value of any particular keyword. Okay. So if I tell the earnings, and you can, from the tools you can understand the my keywords, and you can derive the CPC, and if you are putting it in some blog post, if Google comes to know that, that will be trouble for us. So that is the reason I think. But normally YouTube earnings, it will be RPM. It is known as RPM for 1000 views, like that. We normally people will be talking about it, right? For me, it is like around $2 or $4, like that RPM, because I am targeting English audience, mostly developed countries, right? But my friends and relatives, they are telling that for local language, for India audience, it will be very low. It will be like 10-20 times lesser than me. Okay, so you got it right. So for example, if you are targeting India audience, whatever you are earning from 1,000 viewers, you can earn the same thing from 10 to 15 visitors from other countries. Okay, so it's mostly based on the geolocation. And another thing is traffic source. Say for example, if you are getting your video is shared by someone very famous on Facebook, you will be getting a lot of views, but you won't get money because that traffic is untargeted traffic, right? So they for that untargeted traffic, advertisers may not be interested to show their advertisements. Okay, so for that you will be getting very less money. Okay, even if you are getting lakhs of views, you will be getting very less money, only hundreds of rupees only. Okay, but if you get traffic from search engine like Google, you will be getting more money. Okay, so main criteria is location. So whether the people are coming from US or India, that makes a lot of difference. US means developed countries, US, UK, German, Australia, Canada, that kind of countries. India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, that will be like developing countries, that will be different thing. And Kenya, Nigeria, that kind of countries means it will be less. Okay, you can get all this information from internet, some rough idea, but it will vary based on the topic also. For example, for gaming, entertainment, it will be very less. For technology, science, it will be moderate. Okay, for some other law, other stuff, it will be high. Okay, so it is based on the location, it is based on the search traffic source. Okay, and again it is based on the keywords also, I mean topics. Got it right. But previously YouTube earnings will be like if you are planning to earn the money purely from YouTube, then recently YouTube put a lot of limitations, right? So you can apply for monetization only after you got 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch hours. Okay, that is for earning money from AdSense. But if you are very good at your knowledge, and you can sell your ebook or your time to your potential customers, then you can start immediately earn from that. But for that you should have clear plan. But if you are planning to earn only from YouTube, then you need to expect that like around $1 per 1,000 views. Okay, for if you are getting audience from all over the world. If you are getting audience only from India, means you will be getting some 20 cents per 1,000 views. Okay, that's what I understand. I got the information from other people. For personally, my audiences are from other countries. For that I used to get around 2 or 3, sometimes $4 per 1,000 views. Okay, but it will vary based on other things also, like in the December month it will be huge, in the January, February it will be less. It is based on the duration also. Okay, and one more important thing is, as I said, I am earning very less from this technology news only. As in this live session itself, I explained that why I am focusing on Google Doodle, because Google Doodle, that traffic source is from Google search, right? So for that I used to get some better money. So if you are able to get some kind of traffic from Google search, if you are able to achieve it, then surely you can earn good money from that. For that even you can get some $10 per 1,000 views. Okay, but it purely based on the traffic source, your topic, and then traffic, the audience location. So these are the 3 factors. Other factors are also there, like I said, whether it is January or December, that factor. Okay, but since you are saying that you are masters in chemistry, and if you are really interested in chemistry, my suggestion is don't fully rely on AdSense earnings. Okay, just to start uploading videos, and as I said, have some proper landing page. In the description of every video you can give that landing page link. There you can sell your ebook, okay, and collect the email IDs of your potential customers, and conduct some live session, and send email to all the people, invite to that live. Okay, so do that kind of stuff, or you can interview any expert in your field, chemistry experts. As I said, I don't believe in any fast earning money, because whoever is willing to earn money fast, they will be ending up with scammers. Okay, they will be definitely, scammers will be using them. So that may be the reason you got lost money from crypto, maybe. So don't never say that you want money fast from online earnings. Okay, definitely it will attract a lot of scammers. Okay, but if you are very good at chemistry, and if you are sincerely uploading videos and blog posts regularly, surely within few months you can start getting some potential customers, and based on their interaction feedback, you can improve your video content quality, and you can obviously, once you start the journey, you will be guided by your subscribers and viewers. Okay, that is what happened to me. I never thought about running the emerging technology news or something. Okay, actually, as I said, I just started the channel for embedding videos onto my blog post, mostly for sharing my software testing experience, that knowledge. Like that only I started, under Google Doodle, like that. Then I started uploading this video based on the feedback from the viewers. Okay, so mostly our viewers will be guiding. So basically it's a fundamental business, right? So supply and demand will be you will be directed by the demand, but don't act on any one particular person's suggestion. So just keep on collecting the details from all your potential customers, and start doing it. But the thing is, you have to very interested in doing it. You have to actively answer questions on many forums and platforms like Quora, and everywhere you have to create your proper profile, and you can link back to your blog or YouTube channel. Okay, that is what I know, but maybe some other ways there, but I don't know about it, and I never tried any kind of fast earning approaches, because I am not encouraging those things, because that won't, whatever you are doing, you are able to achieve fast, it will not it will not be available for long. Okay, so as I said, you may be coming across with many black hat approaches for doing SEO. So if you go with that way, definitely you can achieve fast than the white hat approaches. But once the search engines comes to know about those approaches, definitely they will stop that traffic, and it will penalize your thing. It is very difficult to come out from that. So even after that, even if you are doing genuinely, your blogs or channels won't get any traffic. Okay, so don't try to do those things fast, or try to earn more money immediately. Okay, just keep on uploading content, keep on discussing with your potential customers, try to explore other other platforms, and just share with all the relevant forums, and keep on answering questions available on many platforms. So if you do it consistently, you will be getting more ideas for creating information for your blog post or YouTube channel. Okay, so once you start doing those things, you will attract more viewers. So obviously in the long term you can be successful. Okay, so any other questions? Okay, so okay, so no other questions, so I will be ending this live session. Okay, so thanks for all your questions. Okay, thanks for watching the video. Bye.